We're going to turn now to the global crisis facing one of the Earth's most precious natural resources. We're simply talking about water.
That's right. And Hollywood star Matt Damon is opening up about his personal mission to take this problem on and the new book he's working on with co-author Gary White. ABC's Kaylee Hartung has more.
Matt Damon is on a mission, but it's not for a Hollywood blockbuster. The Bourne Identity star and Oscar winner is tackling the global water crisis, affecting a third of the people on the planet.
Most of the people we know, you wake up in the morning, you can go to the kitchen sink, you can go to the bathroom sink, like water's everywhere. But for nearly 800 million people, that's not the case.
Do you believe that you can solve the global water crisis in your lifetime?
That's our mission statement. It's going to take a lot of engagement from a lot of different places. Yes. We are making progress.
The we he's referring to includes water engineer Gary White. Together they co-founded the nonprofit water.org over a decade ago and have already helped change the lives of more than 43 million people.
This problem was incredibly complicated and deeply complex, and I needed somebody who understood it better than anybody. And when none of those people would take my call, I ended up with Gary. No.
Well, I went to Ben Affleck first, and then I ended up here, so I think that tells us.
Hey, you did well.
With that humor and humility in their new book, The Worth of Water, the pair documenting how they've developed a new model, creating financial plumbing.
300,000 children a year are dying completely unnecessarily. The solution to which is clean water. The duty of collecting it usually falls on women and girls, and so it means millions of girls aren't in school because they're having to go find water for their families.
About $3.5 billion in microloans now that have gone out that have been empowering these women.
Well, 97% of our borrowers are women, and they're paying these loans back at 99%.
And if we can create kind of that financial plumbing between the capital markets and women living on $2 a day, and everybody wins, that's the systems change.
And while it may be difficult for people who've never experienced water scarcity to understand the consequences, they say the COVID-19 pandemic helps put it into perspective.
What was the first thing we were told to do was wash our hands, right? And so now you've got 800 million people who can't protect themselves.
It shows how interconnected we are, right? It's pretty clear that, you know, if we're not all healthy, then none of us are going to be healthy.
And as you see so many times in the book, water is life. Tell me about that process of you really recognizing that interconnectivity of all of the ways in which water flows through life.
I have to tell a little bit about one woman. She got a well installed and a water storage tank, so now her family have safe water. But she didn't stop there. She had clay soil around her, so she took the water, she started making bricks with the water and the clay and selling those. And then she started using the bricks to build an addition onto her home so she could rent out the rooms to people there. So that's why water. When it comes to people having their potential unleashed, and we have kind of lost touch with this because it's so taken for granted, but water is the first commodity that people need.
There are solutions to these problems, that you don't have to just bury your head in despair. With this problem that's seemingly so intractable, there are very real solutions that center the people, the very people who need the help. And if you let them lead on these solutions, they can fix these problems.
And our thanks to Kaylee Hartung for that.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.